What's up everybody, and welcome back to Rad Reviews, the show on Darkbad TV where I give you guys a rad review of awesome games. Let's do this. The game we have for today is the magnificent and beautiful Metroidvania game, Ori and the Blind Forest. The story. The story begins with an amazing cutscene showing a glowing leaf straying away from a big tree, while an omnipresent creature, the tree, gives a dialogue. The leaf turns out to be the adorable little creature Ori. Ori is found by another creature by the name Naru, which basically adopts Ori and becomes his best friend. We're immediately presented with a heartwarming story, but sadly turns pretty grim. An enormous owl by the name Kuro has wreaked havoc and stolen the light from the tree, which in turn makes the forest wither away, and this unfortunately leads to Naru and Ori starving. Naru actually dies, and Ori is left alone. He, or she, wanders out with a big stone in her heart and dies too. The end. Psych! You then find a fragment which contains a spirit that follows you like Navi from The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Anyhow, this is where your quest to restore the forest begins. The gameplay. Ori and the Blind Forest is a platformer in the same kind of style as Castlevania and Metroid. You travel through a huge map to specific areas, and you gather new abilities, which open up possibilities to travel to other places. The abilities are a bit generic, I guess, but the main move that caught my attention is the main move, Spirit Flame. Metroidvania games usually have a horizontal attack or projectile, but this move is homing, and it comes with a range limit. It's pretty easy to use, and it's really helpful since sometimes you have to climb around and defeat enemies in some really tough spaces. The really interesting feature in this game though is you basically can use your energy to make little glowy save states. This ability is really helpful since you are going to die a lot while trying to maneuver through the game, and it's really scarce with real save states in the game, since you could have guessed since it's a Metroidvania game. This save state is also where you choose the perks after leveling up. There's basically 3 trees of perks: attack and offensive, convenience and exploration, and survival and defensive. So choose wisely. The controls are really fluent, and you have a lot of freedom, especially when you gather new wicked abilities. Ori moves really well, and the game is gorgeously animated. I mean, look at this little cute thing. The presentation. Platforming games can honestly become really tiresome after playing for a long time. Dying a lot, or not getting to a good part of the story, can really be a reason to take a lot of breaks from a platforming game. This game, however, kept me going. With beautiful landscapes, different themes, and brilliant level design, Ori and the Blind Forest sets an awesome atmosphere that made me want more and more. The art style of this game is really beautiful and unique. It really feels like a beautiful drawing coming to life right before your eyes. All the areas are vibrant in color, making the forest really feel alive. And the music... oh boy, I can't even count the number of times the soundtrack sent down shivers down my spine. And also affecting me emotionally. And boy does it have some epic moments that really get me pumped up. I recommend you to play it with earphones for the maximum experience. By the way, this game could have easily been the most epic Pixar movie ever created. Just saying. I would have watched it. And cried. A lot. A lot. And now, the verdict. I can right now say that I haven't ever enjoyed a Metroidvania game as much as this one. There are a lot of good ones out there, but this one is a real diamond. And for me, it gets a 10 out of 10. Because it is a rich atmosphere with epic music and beautiful style, solid gameplay, challenging at sometimes, but while giving you limited save states. Really thought out puzzles that really makes you think your moves through, and a really beautiful story that makes my heart go doki doki, doki doki, doki doki. That was all for today, folks. Thank you for tuning in for another Rad Review. And as always, smell you later, douchebags! Peace! You still here? Well, there's 2 other shows here for you to watch. And also, don't forget about Darkbad time tomorrow. Wait a second. Tomorrow, it's Monday. Tuesday, it's Fallout! out! Oh my god, I can't wait. And if you're wondering about the next Rad Reviews, it's gonna be a surprise.